It's TBISC, the best in sports and entertainment. We're here live in Empowerment USA. TNS Media Group with the team and the family. I want to thank everyone for tuning into the show. Today's show is brought to you by Mecca Care LLC. Mecca Care LLC located at 5025 Germantown Avenue. That's 5025 Germantown Avenue, Philadelphia, PA 19144. Mecca Care LLC, giving you an abundance of what you need. So, what's up, Mr. Jackson? How you feeling?
Doing? Good morning, Mr. Toffee.
You a little disgruntled this morning? Everything cool?
Everything is good, man. Everything is good.
Everything cool.
Man, I couldn't be better, man. I'm ready to go to Cabo, man. Yeah, man, it is what it is.
Yeah, I heard people be going to Cabo and
yeah.
So we got some questions now. Wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, Mr. Smith, DeVonta Smith for the Philadelphia Eagles. Question has been brought up and saying, hey, could he be a number one receiver on other teams? And what teams do you think he will be the number one receiver? Or if he left the Philadelphia Eagles today, what teams will he be a number one receiver on right now?
Everybody that need a receiver, every single team that need a receiver, and teams that don't need a receiver, they'll replace him with one of them that he got. He in the top 10.
Top 10.
He's in the top 10. Do you understand that?
Top 10 receiver in the league.
The top 10, he's in the top 10 receivers of the NFL National Football League.
I mean, that's a big
Yes,
call.
that's an accurate and big statement. Name 10 better than him.
I mean, we can sit
I'm
here
waiting.
and go through the
I'm waiting.
go through the
I'm
list.
waiting, Tawfiq.
All right, we can see. We go through the list.
This man has been a winner in every stage of his career. Pee Wee League, college, NFL. All he do is get it done. And he performs. You see that bomb he catch to put the nail in the coffin in the Super Bowl? And I'm not just talking about that. All year long, he been contributing in a high fashion manner.
But the thing about it
But the thing about it, you just want to cause argumentative content, which is cool, but we got to deal with the facts. We're talking about the wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, which is DeVonta Smith, drafted out of Alabama. Cold-blooded dog. Tell me, every team that's not a Philadelphia Eagle team, who don't want him? I dare you say right now you don't want him. You trade your mother for him. Yes, you would.
Well, he is a Heisman Trophy winner.
And not only that, he's a Super Bowl winner. Give him all his accolades.
Well, what I'm saying, yeah, he won Super Bowl, but what I'm saying to you is this. Maybe he has A.J. Brown on one side. It's kind of overshadowing him as a receiver, but he's currently ranked 37th in the league in receiving right now. But that could be due to the fact that he has another dog on the other side, A.J. Brown. Maybe he was the number one receiver on the Philadelphia Eagles. He would have more yards. A.J. Brown is currently ranked at number 17 in the league in receiving. But he was hurt majority of the season.
All right, let me ask you this, Tawfiq. Yeah. Would you agree that DeVonta Smith, the person that we're talking about right now of interest, and A.J. Brown, on the other side of the field of DeVonta Smith that played for the Philadelphia Eagles, would you agree that they are in the top 3 wide receiver dudes in the NFL?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all I want. Well, go ahead. Go ahead. It's back to Tawfiq, ladies and gentlemen.
For sure. I mean, for sure. They're tops in the league because, a lot of these teams have, one receiver, 2 receivers. Now, you do have, the top of the league being Jamar Chase and Higgins.
Oh, well, we were talking about individual.
No. You said duos. Him and A.J. Brown.
But Higgins and
Chase are top of the league, for sure.
I'm not saying they're not the top of the league, but I don't think that pair is better than A.J. Brown and DeVonta Smith. Chase is better than both receivers we have.
Yes.
He is. Higgins is not better than DeVonta Smith.
But what I'm saying...
Higgins is not better than him.
I'm not saying he is. What I'm saying to you is that if you put the two duos together, you would probably say that the Bengals have a better receiving core, or it could be even. It could even out because A.J. Brown is a dog, and so is DeVonta Smith. Now Chase is, he's here, and everybody else is here, like right levels behind him as far as receiving yards, touchdowns, all that stuff. He the man.
Right.
He the man, in my opinion. So.
Right.
I just think that DeVonta Smith is a great receiver, but there are teams that he can be on that he can be a number one receiver. Just look at the top 10 receivers you got as far as yards. You got Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Brian Thomas from the Jaguars, Drake London from the Atlanta Falcons, number 4, Amon Rossay Brown from the Detroit Lions, Jerry Jeudy Jerry Jeudy is in the top 6. with Cleveland. Malik Neighbors, number 7. C.D. Lamb, number 8. These guys didn't even have a quarterback all season that we mentioned. And you got Brock Bowers and Ty at number 8. You got Laddie McConkey for the Chargers at number 10. So you do have a lot of receivers in the top 10 that are actually very good.
Yeah, yes, you do. And I have no rebuttal for that.
So you put DeVonta Smith there. Now, he is a dominant receiver. I just think that he doesn't get as many targets. You look at the actual targets these guys get, and let me see. Look at his targets. He's nowhere near. He's like down at the bottom of the league as far as targets. He's not even in the top 50. He's not even in the top 50. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, he just hasn't had the opportunity, in my opinion. But I do think he's a top receiver in the league, in my opinion. Anything else you want to add in regards to DeVonta Smith?
Keep on growing, young man. Keep on growing and keep on being great. Not on duty, but keep on rising to your potential because you're not done yet. 24, 25 years old. You have a whole lot to learn on top of what you already learned. And you're already excelling on a high level. So the last thing I want to add, and being as though that he plays for my team, man, keep it up, man. DeVonta Smith, man, dog it. Go out there and dog it.
And then also it's gonna be an extra boost because he won a Super Bowl. It was like
you see what he said in one of his interviews after the Super Bowl. He said that, it was hyped because I was hyped because I was in my backyard because it was in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right, that's where he's from. He's from down New Orleans. One of them areas, Baton Rouge, or one of them little small, but he's from New Orleans. So he said, I was hyped upon the experience of the Super Bowl and more so of it being my hometown that we was participating in the Super Bowl win.
Yeah.
But other than that, my thing is he said that my thing is it wore off. I got to get back to this.
Yeah.
So he's not even relishing on the rings that they didn't even get yet. They only hand him out to the first game of the season. He's talking about getting another one. You understand what I'm saying? And the season ain't even start yet. Man, this boy gonna be great, man. On top of what he already can do, and then when he put more with it, I don't want to hear you on this show 2 years from now talk about DeVonta. No,
I'm not.
Because you're really not no Eagles fan, bro. Like you really not. Like you just you like the hoop ride. Cool. We want a chip. You want a bandwagon. I get it. And you are from Philadelphia, so I get all that. But you're not an Eagle fan.
Listen, so don't listen to this guy. I'm an Eagles fan. But DeVonta Smith only played 3 seasons in the NFL so far.
Yes, and this is 4th season coming up.
Yeah, it'll be his 4th season coming up this year. But
and I'm quite sure each year he went over a stat. Am I lying? Each year of his 3 seasons that he participated in thus far in the NFL league, I think that he went over 1,000 yards every year.
Let's see.
Of the 3 seasons that this man DeVonta, we're talking about DeVonta.
No.
Huh?
No.
Okay.
916 yards 2021. 22 he had at 1,196 yards. 23 1,066 yards.
Man, that's the same. Rounded to the same thing.
Last year 833 yards.
What, the Super Bowl run?
Yeah, 833 yards this season. This past 8 touchdowns.
Man, if you over 8 and better, that's a stat.
Yeah.
That's a stat. but that's 4 seasons that you just gave me, Toby.
Yeah.
You gave me more. I thought you said he played.
I'm sorry. I played 4 seasons. This will be
okay. All right. That's what I'm thinking about.
This will be his 5th season.
Okay. All right. Because they did give him a contract.
Yeah. So and he got paid. So he deserves. He deserves. Shout out to DeVonta Smith. And I am an Eagles fan, so don't worry about what he's talking about over here. But we just was questioning whether you would be a number 1 receiver on another team, but I believe so as well.
I know so. I know so. I don't believe nothing. If you take DeVonta Smith from the Philadelphia Eagles, I guarantee you all 31 will call for interest. I ain't saying that every one of them going to get him. Somebody's going to be the lucky contestant. I'm talking about people with, bro, can you imagine putting him next to Justin Jefferson? Can you imagine him putting him next to Chase, the guy we talking about, if they'd have let Higgins go? Can you imagine him putting him next to CeeDee Lamb? Bro, stop it. Stop playing with my man, DeVonta Smith. Yeah. He's super like that.
Yeah. So, we'll see what happens in regards to that. So we'll be back after this commercial break. It's TBIC, the best in sports entertainment.
The best in sports entertainment.
You need home care services for yourself, but you don't know where to begin. Please allow Mecca Care to help you. Call now, 215-644-8341.
So we got some breaking news in the NFL. Once again, you got Russell Wilson, who just signed with the New York Giants, 1-year deal worth up to $21 million, including $10.5 million guaranteed
for 1 year. Russell Wilson.
Yes. So now that
Giants is just crazy.
So now the Giants have just drafted Russell Wilson. They do have a backup. They got what's called as their backup. Jameis Winston as their backup.
So who's starting? Do we even know who's starting yet? Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson?
I mean, we don't know, but the kicker to it was a lot of people thought that the Giants were going to probably draft Shedeur Sanders.
They might still do.
With knowing them?
Yes.
Do you think they'll probably do something like that?
You never know what these teams doing nowadays in this league, bro. It's not like drafting back in the 90s.
You're not going to spend $20 million on a quarterback.
Bro, they gave him up. They gave Saquon up, Barkley up. You would have never thought that.
But you're not going to give up $20 million for a quarterback if you're not going to draft Shedeur Sanders.
Bro, these GMs.
You got to pay Shedeur when you draft him. You got to pay him.
You don't have to pay him.
Why don't you? No, he still has to get he would have to get a deal.
Yes, but he's in a rookie contract. That's why they love rookie contracts.
But they still pay quarterbacks.
It's not going to be nothing like his second paycheck.
No, high draft pick quarterbacks get paid before they even step in. When they get drafted, they get a contract. So they will have to pay Shedeur Sanders. If they were to draft him, which leads me to believe that they're going to fumble the ball, meaning they're not going to take Shedeur. Or I don't know. Or they're going to take the kid out of Miami. But you sit here and you see the Giants. It never ceases to amaze me. You bring in Russell Wilson. That means something they're not even planning for the future, in my opinion. I mean, they're just drafting players. What do you think?
Man, what I think is they'll do anything. They'll draft a quarterback. They'll sign 2 quarterbacks, like they just did, and they'll give one a large amount of money. And they leave, but we're going to see how it plays out, but they'll do anything, bro. Not just the Giants, but everybody in this league, bro. You see people, these people just gave Myles Garrett extraordinary money because they didn't want him to leave. He has nothing around him. He's not going to attain, if we're being honest, he's not going to attain no Super Bowl down there this year. He's not getting no Super Bowl. So with that being said, to go with the topic that we're talking about, that these people pay. They pay when they don't supposed to pay.
But
that's what they do. You see it, right, Fee? Do you see it?
Yeah, I don't.
Am I not making sense?
I don't see the logic behind bringing in.
We don't see the logic behind it, but do they do it?
Yeah, man. I just.
They do it, Fee.
Yeah,
so Fee, they do it. You assign one player and bitch another player for another player, and the person was getting all this money. Look at my man that got traded, Kirk Cousins. They benched him behind the dude down there in Atlanta. Yeah. But he made a bag with every team he went to.
But he was a starter first. But I'm saying he was a starter. He get paid to be a starter.
They started him for 3 games and then benched him. He wasn't hurt or nothing.
He played more than 3 games, but he didn't play that well, and they benched him. But you
gave him all that money.
He was getting paid to be a starter.
But you still get all right. You just told me Russell Wilson's getting his money. That's what I'm
saying. So this leads me to believe that they're investing their future in these 2 quarterbacks. You bring in Russell Wilson and you bring in from the Browns. You bring in both of these quarterbacks. So now you're gonna bring a rookie in, Shedeur Sanders, or one of these rookies in to play behind them, and you're gonna have to pay Shedeur Sanders. You got to pay that kid, as I said before. You can't just draft him that he's gonna take a bare minimum. You're gonna pay him. Him alone on your roster is going to sell out the arena. People are going to be screaming in the stands his name to put him in the game if they draft him, which leads me to believe they're probably not going to draft him. Then Russell Wilson goes on the tweet and says, "Been here before, can't wait to do it again."
Russell Wilson just getting the bag, man. He just running his mouth. Got hot air in him. Been here before, can't wait to do it again. Boy, bye.
Yeah, so you
better get out there on that field and make my neighbors and them look good.
We'll see, but
do you think they winning something this year? They might win 4 games. Might. With either one of them quarterbacks starting.
I don't see him being a threat to the Eagles.
I know to the NFC. Period.
Can
they beat Washington?
If they can't beat,
can they beat Washington to you?
No.
Can they beat Dallas to you?
No.
And you already said the Eagles.
Yeah, so
they not a threat. Period. They might win 4. I know what I do know is I believe that they'll get the number 1 draft pick next year. That's what I do know. I don't know nothing else in this world.
Well, they have a high draft pick this season. They just signed James Winston as well, to a 2-year, $8 million deal.
$8 million.
So they got $30 million tied up in these 2 quarterbacks.
Dumb stuff. You cut Saquon Barkley. What would they do? Trade him to the Eagles?
No, they let him go.
Or you cut him?
No, they didn't let him go. They didn't cut him. They just didn't sign him back.
All right. Well, let's let him go. That's a cut for me. That's a sneaky cut.
So the Giants, once again, are in flux. In my opinion, the Giants will probably do what they always do: fumble the rock. Make a lot of bad decisions. I don't know how long that GM is going to be up there. Not calling for nobody's job because I don't want to lose my job here at TBIC, but I understand that some people's jobs have to be online when you're not performing, and this is not making it any better. But we'll be back after this commercial break. It's TBISC, the best in sports entertainment.
The best.
More breaking news. You got Stefon Diggs agrees to a 3-year, $69 million deal with the New England Patriots. He's going in there to collect the bag. $26 million is guaranteed with this actual contract. Stefon Diggs, 31 years old, was on the market for a while, trying to find a home after leaving Houston. Houston didn't want to play ball, in my opinion, as far as paying him what he felt like he was worth. So he decided to move on to the New England Patriots. New England Patriots have some issues as far as their quarterback goes, but Stefon Diggs, in my opinion, is going to get a check. But I think he's going to play. I'm not discrediting him as a receiver. He's going to go out there and play because he is a gamer. I just don't think that there's very many options out here there for to take advantage of, in my opinion. I think he just had to find somewhere to land, find a landing spot, go get paid because the bills are due.
Right. Bills are definitely due. So I think that he's going to participate, though. He's not washed up yet. He's better than DeAndre Hopkins. Would you agree? He's better than DeAndre Hopkins on the field as of right now.
I mean, yeah.
Look at both these stats. Yeah. So he's going to contribute. He's going to be a veteran, not only contribute, but be a veteran leadership in that locker, as long as he ain't having no fits and spasms like these prima donna receivers do.
Well, last season with the Houston Texans, he played 8 games, 47 receptions, 496 yards, 3 touchdowns. Mediocre season for him. Down there with C.J. Stroud, a young gunslinger, not on duty. You got somebody down there who's down there throwing the rock down there. Then you can't even crack 1,000 yards. You only played 8 games though. 8 games. Maybe he would have got 1,000 yards if he played 8 more games in the season, but. In my opinion, I think Stefon Diggs needed to find a home, and he found one with New England. So we'll see what happens in regards to New England and Stefon Diggs. Anything else you want to add in regards to Mr. Diggs? All right, so I want to thank you for everyone for tuning into our NFL edition for the breaking news in NFL. It's TBIC, the best in sports entertainment.
The best.